movement. It's about sculpture in the garden and light, because there is this beautiful crackle glass solar light on the middle. These are all hand painted. They move and spin in multi-directional spin, and they're fade resistant. Now, if we were just gonna give you the big one, which is 6.5 feet, that would be a great today's special value, because it's $134 retail value, and our QVC price, our today's special value price, is $74. That would be like saving $59. But guess what else we did? We added on the little mini, and these are very, very popular. They're $40 each. So you are saving about $99 today. We brought back 3 favorites that are gonna match back to some of your other Temp-tations items for the garden. And then we brought 5 brand new choices to really just shine who you are. You want your house to stand out in the block? You have these right out in front or in the back. $18.75 is your easy pay to get them home. I'm just going to introduce Tara Tesher, and then she is going to take you through her beautiful designs, because you are behind this whole brand. It's not just about decorating the insides of our homes, but the outdoor deserves to look beautiful as well.
Absolutely, whether it's a huge space or a small space, the entire garden collection is truly dedicated to making it feel like your own oasis. And for me, wind spinners not only add art, they add light, and of course they add movement, which is one of the most beautiful things that we can have when we're surrounded in our personal space. So we have, you want to start down here?
Let's start down here, because these are new.
5 brand new wind spinners that you've never seen before.
Some that are already getting popular.
And very popular. And the little guy, our minis, this is the first time we've done the crackle globe there as well. Why do we do the crackle? The crackle will actually cast light and throw it when it is illuminated in the evening. So they're beautiful enough, they're gorgeous, they have a sheen to them that catches the natural light. They spin counterclockwise and clockwise, and they spin 360 degrees. So here is your shells. We can kind of go through each choice, I guess, and then we can come back and chat through them a little bit. So there's going to be your shells. Here's your lemons and palms. This, for me, I've been joking, ding dong, the Amalfi Coast is here. This is so beautiful with the dimpling that you have on the lemons and the green palm here. 3D, 3-dimensional, and look at how beautiful that whisper quiet spin is. Then the sunflower. We already lost the sunflower in our set of 2 minis, so I love that you can still pick it up in our today's special value. Sculptural, 3-dimensional, and notice how they're not just painted in one color. You have all of the beautiful colors you would see in nature. That's your 4-season wind spinner right there. Don't forget you're getting the mini along with it. Then this has been really popular since we kicked it off at midnight.
And the mini sold out of this one too. So you're still getting one in the today's special value. We just did have a set of 2 minis, and they have sold out in the Americana, is it called?
Patriotic.
And in the sunflower. So just keep that in mind.
So we are literally in the studio with no wind, but notice how easy it is for these to continue moving. They're balanced, they're beautiful. Think about a quilt, and that you've plucked the stars off a quilt, whether it has the star detail, the firework, the stripes. Absolutely beautiful. Again, patriotic.
All 4 brand new.
All 4 brand new.
The flamingo is brand new.
This is just, we've been saying all day, this is like Palm Springs. Like, we can't wait for Alberti to see it later. He's going to be like,
he's gonna
there we
love
go.
It. Yep.
So flamingos, palm trees, again, beautiful detailing. Then you may have seen these before. They're our most popular. This is our butterfly. And the butterfly, if you take a peek up top, has that sapphire blue, has the emerald, and also has that beautiful pop of the amethyst purple in there.
That's my favorite.
This is my fave. This is our multi-critter. This has our ladybug, which is good luck. It has our hummingbird, which of course is wisdom. It has our bumblebee, determination, the butterfly, transformation, and last but not least, our dragonfly, which of course is perseverance. And then last but not least, we had to, of course, highlight the hummingbird, and we did an entire one just of our beautiful hummingbird with pops of blue flowers and some orange detail. And while we're here, let's talk about it. This is that metallic paint. The reason why we love that is there's multiple colors that are coming coming into each of the hummingbirds. So it would have been just so easy to just do a circle stamp and put a hummingbird in the middle. No, we made them sculptural. Then we painted them on the front and the back, done by hand. Look at how beautiful the flower detail is. And so depending on what your aesthetic is or what you're drawn to, 360 degrees spin, counterclockwise and clockwise, and then you have that globe. They're solar. They'll give you 10 hours of illumination every day. It'll recharge from the sun, and at dusk, you'll see it pop on.
No plugging it in,
it's just gonna be
no
a warm
batteries.
light.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like shining and lighting up a pathway. It's really just, again, that kind of hug of light that brings this to light. Here is, of course, our multi-critter. Look at all the, if you were to look at this, there's probably over 20 different paint colors on here.
Hand painted too.
Hand painted and sprayed front and back. Like even the polka dots there, you can see all individually hand painted. And again, all of the fun details here, because this is art. This is art for your home outside. You could even tuck this inside if you wanted to. I love that too. And then, of course, we have our beautiful butterflies. This, if you have someone or you personally love transformation, you're changing, things are changing. Look how wonderful our butterfly is. Starts in from a cocoon and then turns into this beautiful butterfly. Don't forget the minis are included. This is the first day special value.
We have to keep reminding you.
I know.
Because
it's beneath the
price,
big guy.
If we were just doing the big one.
Right.
The big one is 6.5 feet. That would be $134 value if you were able to get these anywhere else, which you can't. They're exclusive to us. Tara just did them for us. But you know, you've shopped for these. $134 is what you would spend here, but we're doing it for $75 for one day. And then we have to go, oh, no, it's not just that one. We're also giving you the mini, which is 2.5 feet. That's a $40 charge on its own. This price goes up at the end of the day, though.
Maybe we should show the illumination, right?
Yes.
Because you've kind of seen all of the different choices. This is what I love. In the daylight, and this was a particularly windy day, which was fantastic, by the way, when we filmed this, but in the daylight, you have all of the highs and lows of the beautiful metallic iridescent paint that's picking up the sun and picking everything up. And then at night, what's beautiful is it not only spins counterclockwise and clockwise and 360 degrees, but there's that crackle glass. There's the magic that turns this piece into what's already brilliant and beautiful during the day into a showpiece at night.
Absolutely.
So fun.
I mean, if we walk the set,
we
have it set up so beautifully. I love what we did here. If you have a big garden like this.
Lucky.
Lucky for you. But you know what? If you don't, we were mentioning earlier, you could take one of the minis or even the large one and put it in a planter on a deck. Maybe you're in a big apartment building and you have a deck, or you're in
right here,
you know,
right? In HOA, we were saying, right? Sometimes you're not allowed to like put things in the mulch beds.
Right.
This is a great way if you're limited on space, or you just like the look. I particularly like the look of having it in like one of the barrels planters. You can do that, and then the minis we just went ahead and just tucked right here. We also have, as an additional purchase, an extra set of 2 minis. They are getting limited. We've lost them in a couple of the
don't wait
patterns.
on those.
Don't wait. But again, they all illuminate. This is the first time we've been able to do the illumination on our mini.
So this is one today's special value here, and then one of the set of 2, and it all brings it together.
Yes. And
Chunky,
again,
what did you say? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Multi-critter is the most popular.
Oh, multi-critter, thank you. Multi-critter is most popular.
Teamwork.
And it will match back to so many other pieces within the line. I mean, if you look back here, there are planters that are available. We just presented those in the last show. There are the beautiful little gazing balls.
Yes.
Those are available. And then you
look at the mini.
And the mini is so cute.
So Jane was saying this morning, right? She's picked one up. She's going to keep the large. She's going to have her daughter the smaller one because she's in an apartment. Now she can tuck it right there. And that's what I always say.
Which one did she get?
She didn't tell me, actually.
Oh, I'll have to ask her.
I think she was kind of drawn to the sunflower, but
yeah,
not
I
sure.
like the sunflower too.
Look at the flamingo in the back. Like I had to pop this back here because this is just
pink.
This is giving me like pink vibes and just like tropical oasis. So look how fun we layered the little guy right down in front. Not so little, by the way. I think we said it's a little over 2 feet.
Yeah.
And then this guy is what?
It's about 6.5.
6.5. Yeah.
77.5 inches.
To be exact.
So I asked Siri this
So
morning.
look how it layers in with some of, maybe you're putting it by one of your trees, or maybe you're putting it by maybe the bird feeder. These are things that you can tuck into any space and enjoy them.
Well, and the thing is, even if you're a great gardener, we've had no color yet. Well, it's just starting to come out now. Think about all the months where there's no color before everything blooms and after it dies. It's nice to have color anytime you look outside, and then it's also beautiful to have that movement. Plus light at night.
Yes, exactly.
Spend more time outside. Enjoy. I mean, this is the age of possibility.
Yeah.
Maybe you're retired and you get to spend more time outside. You get to you have more money to be able to make the outdoors look beautiful and have that staycation instead of, you know, not everybody is going on these fabulous vacations where they're going to resorts anymore. Bring the resort home and then invite your friends over and have a little cocktail night and have a little, you know, I don't know, pool party if you have a pool, and just spend time outside. And it's just these little additions. But this is not that little. It's a big impact that make a little addition that makes a big impact, I guess.
And that was when we were putting this Today's Special Value together, that was what it was about. It was about giving a tremendous value, obviously. It's you are almost saving $100. But it's also about giving you that, we checked a lot of boxes. You have that beautiful art. You have all of these figural fun pieces. You have the technology in the way that it will spin clockwise and counterclockwise. You have the 360 degrees of the spin. And then you have the warm glow of the light, which is an accent light, which is so, we got a couple of questions on our social pages today, and I did want to just mention it.
I have to show you what this one looks like. This is another one in a planter. This is so cute. I did not see this earlier.
Yes. So we have our patriarch. So maybe you have like a covered porch, or maybe you just have a nice outdoor space. This now actually is part of the decoration. It doesn't have to be stuck in a lawn. I actually love them in planters.
I do too.
And nestled kind of all around.
So cute.
Love,
okay, what were some of the questions?
So some of the questions were the heights, which we just covered. So thank you for that. And then, you know, the crackle glass. They're loving the idea that it's a nice, soft, warm glow. When you get it home, you're going to take that orb off. There's an on-off switch because this has rechargeable batteries. You're going to flip the switch on, and then it is, just pull it straight up. It is going to illuminate for you for 10 hours. So as it continues to recharge during the day, once dusk comes, you will notice that soft white light come on that we've been showing you. And when it pops against some space, it really comes to life because you have all of that metallic painting. Look at the orb there. By the way, we had to slow them down. It was so windy. So you can truly, so you can see that.
Judge how windy it is outside by just looking outside.
Just looking out.
Here's the globe, how that will come. You'll just pop that on, you press it on and the bottom, and then these come off as well. So this part comes off. These are fade resistant and weather resistant. If it's gonna be though extremely windy or a blizzard outside, just pull this off, take it inside, and then pop the top, and then you keep everything stuck in the ground. And then when the weather is over, you come back and put it back in. But if it's out all year long and it's just like really sunny, it's okay. It's meant for that.
Right, exactly. And here's what I love. You have that gorgeous thick wire, a metal work that you have. You'll stake it right into the ground or into the planter or wherever you want. And then you have the beauty of, again, the wind spinner, the mini and the large. Do we want to just run through the
let's run through the choices. This is how they look, by the way.
Thank you for that. You're brave. I was like, is that like bolted
Well, I
in
did
there?
it with the mini one because I just wanted to show you. You'll just stick, well here, let's do that. You'll just stick that into the ground, into the planter, and then you're good to go.
And I was saying earlier, you can leave that pole in place as well for the large and just go ahead and take the inside in as well. So again, I make it super easy so you don't have to disassemble the whole thing, and like there's nothing more frustrating than that. By the way, barely any assembly required. You're gonna put the stake on the bottom, you're gonna connect the two poles, put the spinners on, and you're ready to roll. So look at the iridescent paint, even without, again, we were saying earlier, like the light just from the studios catches all of the highs and lows there of this beautiful, what we're calling our seashell. So this is your coastal vibe.
If you know anyone who has a beach house, I mean, or if you just wish that your house is a beach house,
yes,
you get the mini and the large.
Yes.
The large, again, is about 6.5 feet. The mini, about 2.5 feet.
Same,
and the large
yeah.
would be $134 on its own.
Easily.
If we just stopped there, we're saving you $59. But then that one is $40. We just added that in so you can have a cohesive look.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
That is so different. You've never seen a wind spinner with lemons.
Right,
like
and palm.
Amalfi style lemons.
We were joking earlier, like the Amalfi Coast is here. But this is lemons and palms is something that we do in our decor and of course our culinary line. So incorporating this around the rest of the house just felt so bright and fresh and different. Like a lot of times wind spinners are not figural. They're usually just spikes or circles or circle inside a circle. So the fact that you have this three-dimensional art on all of these pieces and the hand painting front and back, a lot of times we were saying earlier,
is not.
all wind spinners
like,
are not created equal. Yes.
You see the back when it spins. I'm like, why don't you finish it all?
Why don't you do that? Because it's more expensive to do that.
Yes, I know.
And
My
then,
husband actually we got